easy to do it in the beginning. Keeping it going is really difficult. What we have to do is make this part of everyone's job every day. So everyone has to have a few red tags on them at all times. Whenever someone sees something that doesn't belong there, they should red tag it immediately.
I did the original organization and visual controlling of the room. Now it's really maintains itself. We really don't have anyone that comes in here and cleans and organizes and maintains this room. It's been done for about 3.5 years now, and we have never had to clean the room once.
The fifth and final S is sustain. To sustain the 5S system. Standardize and sustain are closely linked. In standardize, you set the rules. Now you want to figure out how to build the commitment to stick to those rules. Ultimately, you would like to see the 5S system and its associated benefits spread throughout your facility. For this to occur, 5S activities must become a habit that everyone performs continuously. The 5S system needs to become part of the way you work. You will find that no matter how much time and effort you put into applying the 5S system, without sustain you will lose most of what you have gained. Unneeded items would begin piling up again. Tools would become hard to find. Work areas would become dirty and unsafe. People would stop following standard procedures, and in general, employee morale will drop. But new habits cannot be developed through rules and standards alone. In order for people to develop new habits, 5 conditions must exist. They are: development of new awareness and skills, support from management, ongoing company-wide communication, making 5S part of daily work, and total employee involvement. Everyone who uses the work area must develop an understanding of the 5S system and the skills to support the 5S standards. Training is an essential tool for accomplishing these objectives. Basic training in the concepts and techniques of the 5S system for other employees enables them to participate more actively in 5S activities. One effective approach is to show them the videotapes from this series and then have a brainstorming session about problems and solutions. Some companies have gone one step further by creating slides or videos of their own examples of 5S application. Another training approach is the one-point lesson. A one-point lesson is a concise visual explanation of how to perform a task, such as red tagging. It is displayed in the workplace near where the task occurs. Study groups are another approach for giving groups of people a basic awareness in a small amount of time. There are a number of books available about the 5S system that can be used in these study groups. And of course, a full-scale training program about 5S application is useful once or twice per year. By bringing in experts to lead 5S workshops, you will gain observations, ideas, and study materials that have been used successfully in other organizations. All of these training methods will renew your motivation to continue 5S application. In addition to employee training, we have found that management support is crucial to sustain the 5S system. Managers can give a great deal of support for 5S application by providing rewards, recognition, and resources to make it happen. Management can support 5S efforts by providing space, equipment, and time for making labels and producing visual workplace information signboards. You will also find that ongoing communication is essential to long-term success with the 5S system. A 5S communication board is a valuable tool in sharing information about the 5S system, as are periodic meetings. However, meetings should always be short and focused, never more than an hour. An internal 5S newsletter is another method that you will find useful. Not only does it spread information about the concepts and tools of the 5S system, it also shares stories about 5S activities and conditions. These are just a few ideas for ongoing 5S communication. You will need to think carefully about approaches that will work best in your facility. The 5S standards can never really be sustained until they become part of everyone's daily work. Put another way, maintaining the 5S system is part of everyone's job, not something extra. Two methods are recommended for making this happen. The first method for building 5S activities into your daily work is the 5-minute 5S. At the end of each shift, everyone takes 5 or 10 minutes to sort, set in order, and shine their own work area. The keys to making it work are that it is scheduled, that there is a designated amount of time, and that everyone does it. Another method for maintaining the 5S program is the weekly 30-minute 5S activity. This time is not just for maintaining 5S standards, but also for improvement. To get the most out of this method, the 5S implementation team should post specific targets. For example, one good weekly 5S target is to review the standard amount of supplies and inventory and make any adjustments necessary. Another example is to apply the 30-second test to see whether you can locate any item in the area within 30 seconds. If you can't, then you need to improve the item's location or visibility. And finally, probably the most important method for sustaining the 5S system is total employee involvement. People can learn a lot from working with each other, and when everyone is involved, the 5S system can finally take root in a real and lasting way. In applying the 5S system, you are forming the vision of a safe, efficient, quality-oriented, user-friendly environment, and recreating your workplace to fulfill that vision.
Support your 5S application with these additional resources. From Teletrain, Total Productive Maintenance, a 4-part video series appropriate for all levels of your organization. For more information, call 1-800-251-6018. From Productivity, 5 Pillars of the Visual Workplace, a comprehensive sourcebook with dozens of examples of 5S implementation for the shop floor and office. 5S for Operators, an illustrated, easy-to-read introduction to the 5S system, developed specifically for shop floor employees. 5S for Operators Learning Package includes books, overheads, color slides, and facilitation guide for leading a learning group based on 5S for Operators. Training and consulting on 5S and the visual workplace from the Productivity Consulting Group. For more information, call 1-800-394-6868 or 1-800-966-5423.